besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is JavellAshanti and today I have my spring TBR for you guys, and I haven't filmed a TBR in a long time either, but we're here with the spring TBR and I'm so excited to talk about these books because these are the books that I plan on reading this spring. Let's get into the video. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books here on my spring TBR. Will I actually get to read them? I don't really know because these are my physical books, but I also am now a Kindle owner. And so I'm also reading books on my Kindle, and I don't know if I'll actually get to these books, but I do want to read them before the summer starts. So first book I'm going to start with is by Jasmine Guillory. It is Drunk in Love by Jasmine Guillory, and I've been wanting to read this book for a long time, but it's been hiding on my book cart, and so I keep forgetting that I have it. So it's officially on my spring TBR. Jasmine Guillory, or Guillory, I don't know, I feel like I always say it wrong, but she is a really good author. I've read one of her books before. I always see people review her books on BookTok, and so I really want to read this book because the synopsis also sounds really fun and interesting, and it's so my vibe. So it's about this girl, Margot Noble. She goes out, she has a one-night stand. She is like an owner, or her family owns a company or whatever. She goes out, she has a one-night stand. She comes into work the next day. The new hire is the guy she slept with the night before. That sounds so good. So I need to read this book ASAP. So my only fear is that the last book I read by her was in third person. I'm not the biggest fan of third person. Like, third person just throws me off. I don't really feel connected to the characters. Even if their stories are relatable, I feel like an outsider looking in, and I don't like that. Okay, I want to feel like we're friends. So yeah, this is in third person too, and that's not my vibe. So I'm a little bit hesitant to read this for that reason. Then another book I have is by one of my favorite duo, Christina Lauren. This is The Soulmate Equation, and I've been needing to read this book so bad, but I keep forgetting that I have it as well. So this one is about a dating app and a single mom who gets added to the dating app, and you get matched with someone. They don't have to pick you, I don't believe. I think you have to do like a questionnaire, and then it matches you to someone, and the person that it matched her to, she really didn't like. But if she goes out on dates with him, or actually try to date him, I believe she gets some kind of like money or something like that. And so I'm really excited to read this as well because the whole sciencey background of it sounds really fun and interesting, and I'm also interested to see how this turns out. And Christina Lauren is such a good author. They're both so good, and so I love the writing style, so I'm excited to read this. Then another one that I actually started that I still haven't been able to finish. It's been 3 weeks. I haven't been able to finish this book, but this is one of my favorite authors, Miss Rebecca Yarros. I know everyone who's read this book loves this book, and I can't understand why I'm having such a hard time finishing it. So it's back on my TBR because right now I'm done with it for now. I can't. This is Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. I like it so far. It's about a author who, she dies, and now her granddaughter is like going through her stuff, and she finds like a book that she started to write but she never finished, and so they got like a other author, like another really famous popular author, to finish the book, except the granddaughter is having so much time kind of like letting go of the story because the story is her grandmother's real love story. And so the story does like a back and forth between the grandmother's story when she was like young and meeting the love of her life, and it does like a present moment with the granddaughter and the author that she doesn't like, and they're trying to figure it out. It does like a back and forth, which I do like, but for some reason it's just losing me. And a lot of people love the story. I see a lot of people say they cry over the story. It's so good, which I do agree, it's good. It's just not captivating me the way I need it to get me to finish the book. So Things We Leave Unfinished is back on my TBR for the spring. Then we have One Italian Summer by Rebecca Sturl. This is the author of In 5 Years. It's a small book, which I know I'll finish really fast. Plus I love Rebecca Sturl's writing style. She's so fun. She writes like so like smoothly. Like, it's just really easy to get into and get out of. It's really good. This one's about a girl who has a trip with her mom to go to Italy, and the mom dies, and now she is grieving. It's an interesting storyline. She's grieving. When she gets there, she's like so hypnotized by like the whole beauty of the country. Also, she meets her mom when her mom's in her 30s, and it's like a weird experience, which I'm really interested to get into to see kind of like what's going on here. Is this like a grieving thing, or like what's going on? So this is a really good story about how to move on after a great loss. I'm really excited to read this. Then another really spicy book talk recommendation that is on my TBR is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. This is a spicy one. I think it has like some kind of like forbidden love situation going on between like the girlfriend and her boyfriend's father. I won't say too much about this one, okay? But it's on my TBR. Then I have two Frida McFadden books on here. I have The Teacher by Frida McFadden, and then I have Never Lie by Frida McFadden. Frida McFadden is my mystery suspenseful queen. She is so good. Her plot twists are so good. If you've never read a Frida McFadden book before, I definitely recommend The Housemaid, The Housemaid's Secret, and The Coworker. These are so good. The other Frida McFadden book that I have on my TBR is The Teacher by Frida McFadden. This one's about a weird student-teacher affair, and the student is, what was her name? I think it was Addie. The student Addie, she has a lot going on, but she'll do anything to keep her secrets under wraps, but then the teacher finds out her secret, and we don't really know what Addie might do to this teacher. So that's kind of what this book is about. I'm really excited to see what the plot twists are, what the dynamics are like, and just the overall story, because Frida McFadden is just so good. Then one of my favorite authors, Miss Abby Jimenez. She is my queen. Part of Your Worlds by Abby Jimenez. This one tells a story of the main character who is dealing with like a lot of family pressure to become, I think it was like a doctor. She's an ER doctor, but they want her to be like a world-renowned surgeon, but she's an ER doctor, and she's trying to figure out how she can be in love with this guy who comes from like a completely different lifestyle than her, and also like please her parents. And so that's kind of what this entire synopsis is about, and I love her healthcare romances. They're so fun, they're so good. So that's on my TBR as well. And then lastly on my spring TBR is one of my favorite, I would say #1 right now, Miss Kennedy Ryan. I have This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. This cover is so cute. This one tells a story of Soledad. She's going through a divorce, I think. Her life is quickly changing. Her husband's just not treating her the way he should. And you know, she's like a very much like, she's always prepared for everything. She always expects certain things, but this she did not expect. And so she is grieving her relationship with her husband. She is starting to feel attracted to this guy who is kind of considered off limits, I guess. He is a great dad, and I think that might make her more attracted to him. He also has his life together, and they're both trying to resist the urge of being together. This is a story about self-love and, you know, coming back from something really bad, you know, rebirth, I guess. And so that's kind of what this story is about, and I'm really excited to read it because Miss Kennedy Ryan always gives what she's supposed to, okay? She gave what was supposed to give. So that's pretty much it for my spring TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. I know I talked really fast. I mean, losing light, and so I'm trying to get my video in before the light goes down, and so that's what we get. I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, besties.
Ooh, I'm gonna pull up study to the side. She keep coming at me every day and night. When I left her, my life started feeling right.